Hi, good morning. So let's start this off. Now, with today, we're going to do some editing. So let me get my loop tool organized. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Let's have a look. Let's see what I've written here in my draft. The quantity of singular entities. Okay. Perceiving a framework of decisions only. Okay. So if there's more parties analyzing a framework, or perceiving or looking at it to make a decision. Decisions only corner the value of a parallel voltage like system. So yeah, I think there's some typos here based off the manuscript. All parallel voltage like system wherein all parties carry similar weight in decision, the value of ideas will generally be drawn to the lowest quality denominators. Meaning the least competent party is probably going to lower the quality of decisions made in a group. So it's really important that you get high quality parties in a group of a similar professional level. I mean, it's arguing with reason, right? You don't want to have two doctors and then one layman making medical decisions, right? Because it's going to be drawn down toward the layman. If all carry similar value, regression to even power decisions will occur not to the mean. Yeah, it won't even occur to the mean. It will get drawn down lower. So as you can see this example here, I've put, let's just say you have two professionals and then you have one incompetent, and it gets drawn down to 0.3. Just like parallel voltage. I'm probably going to remove this part of how it can be applied or applicable. I'll have to do this in another format because it's a complete waste of space. And so where could you find this? I mean, you could find it in professional situations where you have one less knowledgeable or competent individual making a decision in the group, right? You could even have it during board meetings. You could have it, in government. People who are competent of a certain thing should be making particular types of decisions. You don't want a person who's not competent to be partaking in everything, right? You want the best person suited for the job, and that's why in governments they have ministries. Okay, so let's have a look further. All right, so what have I written here? The parties participating in group decisions must be the highest caliber, otherwise poor decisions may be made. Competence does not also there's a grammar mistake here. Yeah, there's a grammar mistake here. Competence is not also the interdisciplinary. That doesn't make sense. Unfortunately, common sense is not common. Even specialists suffer from lack of common sense. After needing to unlearn from poor advice or lessons, the risk of attaining the wrong decision framework results to the loss of time, which unfortunately cannot be reversed, but made up with increased effort to define the truth. You can't see the forest from the trees. So your focus on this minutia, right? You've been focused on making this single decision in a party, but you're not focused on what the actual what shall I say needs are for the organization that you're working for. So a lot of the time, people who are less competent are the ones who have the most vehement and ego-driven behavior in a setting like this. And there's a number of reasons. I mean, if the person is wise, they'll ease back and they'll let the more competent people go in and focus on the task. But in my experience, people who who know the least are usually the loudest to speak. And now at this moment I don't know exactly why, but it has to do with the Dunning-Kruger effect, right? It's just an observation that we can all make note of. I mean, if you've ever seen really well-to-do or wise men, they're usually the quietest ones in the room. Okay? So, a lot of the time, we would want to, we might overplay our opinion, okay? And we'll really, bet the house on the decision if we are incompetent. So if we don't know, we should sit back and allow the professionals or the people who are more competent to dominate the discussion. Okay, so that's why I mentioned that you can't see the forest of the trees. And yeah, that's it. That's all the time I have today, and I'll follow up with you next time on the next page, 9 and 10. Take care. Bye.